the game more clearly with high-definition spectacle lenses from Norville Opticians.
Looking at this week's game, obviously 39 all at Twickenham. Fair not to expect such an open game this week at Kingsholm?
I'm sure if you ask Johnny Bell, he will say that he certainly doesn't want to see the number of tries conceded. It was a great game. Anybody who was there talked about it as being one of the standout games in the Premiership this year for the quality of rugby played, but also for the drama. But from our point of view, it was obviously, to be leading by 10 points going into the last few minutes of the game, it was disappointing not to come away with a win. But in many ways, I guess we were lucky to come away with a draw with Nick Evans's last gasp drop goal missing. But it just shows how evenly matched the teams are. Harlequins will have a few players away, international commitments. We're missing a couple of players. We're missing a couple of players through injury. But at the same time, the squad that we have, we believe we can go out and win the game this weekend.
How do you make sure that you build on the final result down at the Rec last week against Bath? Because that's probably one of the most satisfying results in your 18 months here, isn't it?
In the same way that after the Leicester game, which was probably one of the most disappointing results that we've experienced, there was a huge sense of disappointment after the game, but there wasn't a sense of panic. We knew we had to tweak a couple of things. We knew we had to improve a couple of areas. By the same token, just because we won in Bath, and as much as it was a great performance, very important victory, and we all enjoyed the moment, the challenges keep coming up. As I said, Harlequins this weekend, Saracens the following weekend. The case has been for us looking at the game. Some of the things we did really well. We defended really well, defended the maul really well. In the second half, our half-backs controlled field position. It was a terrible night to try and play rugby. One of those nights where much better not to have the ball than have the ball. But there were elements of the game that we can do better, and that's been our focus this week. As we say every week, the challenge is going into playing the top teams. You've got to be better last week than you were, or better this week than you were last week.
And how different is the challenge that Harlequins will pose?
Well, again, one of the big challenges in the Bath game was the weather. You know, so many games this year have been played in difficult conditions, and I think that's one of the things when you look through the performances over the course of the last 3 or 4 months, we have improved in how we manage that game and understanding of how to close down a game by controlling field position. So for us, that was the important part of last weekend. This weekend, the forecast showing maybe something similar, but we've got to prepare for conditions like they are today, but also knowing in the back of our mind that we've got the players, we've got the squad that can adapt to whatever they face.